Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Mainly to check the stability of application or build. So once you get through the smoke test, then we are going to do different functional testing in detail. That's where the functional testing, GUI or black box testing. See, when the developers do, we name it as a white box testing. Whereas here, when the tester do, we name it as a black box testing. So what is the difference between these two? White box testing means, if you look at the Gmail, if you enter his name and password and click login, the developer can see how the code is executing line by line. Whereas when it comes to this black box testing, everything is black, right? It's not transparent. So it means once you enter the username and password and click login, you don't see code at all. So that's what you are going to mainly focus on, functional or GUI testing, graphical user interface. And under this umbrella, you have again different types of testing, like the integration test. Okay, what is integration testing? Okay, so what is integration testing? It's the integration of different units. In other words, it's called the workflow testing. So for example, you look at the workflow, right? So in the workflow, you have different steps. Login, check balance. Okay, just you login. Login is one unit, right? Check balance is another unit. And then you check the balance is $1,000. And then you do transfer money from this account to this account, and you want to transfer $500. So once you transfer money, then you are going to do the check balance, right? So it should say $500 left, if it works fine. If something, even after you transfer money, still it says the check balance for $1,000, that means there is some issue, right? There is a serious issue. So you are going to mainly find out those issues in this integration testing, because these are the different units. Even after you transfer money, if the check balance says, say $1,000, that means the transfer money and check balance pieces are not connected properly. The data is not flowing from transfer money to check balance. So these are the things we are going to identify during this integration testing. And then, so for example, when you do this integration testing, you found out there is an issue, right? Say after transfer money, check balance is not updated. Then what you do? You are going to raise an issue, right? Saying that, hey, this is what the issue is, and the check balance is not updated after transfer money. So you're going to send that issue to the development team. And then what the developers are going to do, they fix that issue. They're going to look at that issue and they fix it. And when they fix it, how they are going to fix the issue? They are going to make the code changes, right? In order to fix that issue, they have to change the code. So that's where, if you look at, again comes here, that the concerned developer is going to change the code. And then they are going to, again, store that particular code on server, because they changed it. And then again, the build management team come, and then they are going to build the application. And then, so you are going to get a new setup.exe from build management team once the developer fixes the issues. Then what you do, you install this new application and then make sure you're going to do the regression testing, right? So make sure the issue is fixed. And also when you do this regression testing, you have to make sure no other functionality broke. What it means is, say what are the functionality that is working till today, it has to work that way. So for example, they fixed the issue in check balance. And because of that, the transfer money is not working. So that is an issue, right? Transfer money works till yesterday. But today, it's not working. So you are going to look at all those issues. So any such things found, right, when you do the regression testing, you are going to escalate as a regression issue, saying that here this functionality is what works yesterday, but it's not working today. Then what is the advantage if you escalate as a regression issue? Basically, the developers, when you escalate the regression issue, right, so immediately they are going to look at what are the changes he did. He may not look at the whole code of the application, right? He just look at what are the changes he did. Because of that, this transfer money is not working. Okay? So this way you're going to do this regression testing. And then next one is the system test. So what we do in this system testing? Okay, under system testing umbrella, again we are going to do different tests like the compatibility test, database testing, end-to-end testing, help validation, and document verification. What is this compatibility test? You are going to test application across different operating systems and different browsers. Okay, you're going to test on Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome and see are there any issues. Last, you're going to test across different operating systems, Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Linux, and see how it works. And also you're going to do the database testing. You're going to mainly look at how this data is stored in the database. So for example, if you look at, say this is the application, right? So this is the flight application. Okay. So here you can log in into this application, right? Username, password, and click OK. Then once the login is successful, you should be able to see this flight reservation window. And on this window, say you want to create a new reservation, right? Say file, select new order, and then you're going to enter here some information, right? So on which date he's trying to fly, and fly from city, fly to city. Click on this flight button, and then so you will get this flight date and the price and all those things, and then you're going to enter customer name, right? Say for example, H2K customer 123. Okay, so I enter the customer name and then need 3 tickets and then first class. So after I enter all these details, click on this insert order. So the moment you click insert order, where this information is getting stored into this application database. So you are going to mainly look at what is that information you filled on the application and how the data is stored. So for example, in this particular application, if you navigate through that particular browser, the database. Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay, so this is the application trying to open. This is the database. So let's correct, this particular application is going to store in Access database. And then I'm going to open the database. And then obviously the database contains different folders, different tables. And then these are the different tables, right? So all this order information getting stored into the orders table. So I open this table. Okay, you see now the order information. So I just go to the last record. And you see now, this is how the information is stored into the database, right? So you are going to cross-check how this information is stored in the database across the application. So this is the application, right? And then, so how this database. Okay, so you mentioned the customer name is to Cus123. And what's the order number? 668. So this way you're going to cross-check both are consistent or not. So that's what like application versus the database. So we are going to do this kind of testing and the database testing. And also we do end-to-end testing, test with external hardware and software. What it means is, say again, if you go and look back this application, right? So once you create an order, you can also fax this order, right? So file fax order, and then you can enter here the fax number, right? And then you can put your signature and then, so in order to test whether this application really consists of fax or not, how we are going to test it? You need a fax connected to your system, right? So that is an external hardware. Then only you can test and then you can see like whether this particular thing really sends the fax to the customer or not. So this way you're going to check, and also for the applications you will get help file, right? So if you look at the contents, so then they're going to explain how is this different functionality works. Okay, so this is the external functionality. So if you click on this orders, flights, customers, and reports. So these are the different things, right? Even if you look at say notepad. right? So if you look at the notepad, then in this particular thing, so you will get the help. Okay, help topics. And this help is going to explain how the different functionality is going to work in the application, right? So if you click on this, so they're going to explain, okay, how to find a specific word, right? So go to Edit menu and click Replace. So it is going to see, okay, under the Edit menu you have Replace or not. If Replace is not found, then there is something wrong with the documentation, right? So the basic question is, who is going to prepare this documentation? There is a technical writers team in the company. They are going to prepare mostly this documentation. But as QA, your job is you have to make sure whatever the documentation they prepare, it has to be as per the application. If something, the documentation is not correct, then you are going to report those issues to the technical writers team. So this way you are going to do this documentation and then help validation, and also document verification is nothing but you are going to check all these user manuals, user guides, and see how the documentation is. Okay. So for example, if you buy any digital camera, you will get a user manual, right? That says what are the different functionality of the camera. So the company who manufacture those cameras, they have to make sure the documentation is also correct. Otherwise, you bought a camera 10 megapixel, and the documentation says 7 megapixel. That's not correct, right? So those things will be taken care in the document verification. So these are the different things that mainly done as part of this functional testing. And then we have a non-functional testing. So what is this non-functional testing is? It's usability testing and also the performance testing. So what is a usability testing? Usability testing is how user-friendly is your application. That means whether the user or the customer is able to use your application with ease. That comes under the usability, user-friendliness. Then what is this performance testing? So if you look at any of these project requirements, right? Like who prepares these requirements? The business analyst. So you are going to get two kinds of requirements for a project. Functional requirements and non-functional requirements. So what is the functional requirement? Users should log in with a valid username and password. What is the non-functional requirements? Performance requirements. How much time the user took to log in. Okay, that is also very important, right? When somebody is trying to log in into bankofamerica.com, maybe even after 10 minutes also there is no response. The user is not happy. So this way, say for example, if 10 users are trying to log in, the response time should be less than 10 seconds. So you're going to mainly look at that kind of requirements when you do this performance testing. Okay. So this way you're going to look at what are the different tests will be done, load test, stress, and capacity. So we are going to discuss in detail how these different testing will be done, what are these different types of tests in the following presentations. But then once you do this type of testing, like functional and non-functional testing, and then your job is done. The next step is it goes to the release. So under release, again, we do the user acceptance testing. So what is this user acceptance testing? Again, it has two, alpha and beta testing. Who is going to do this alpha testing? Business analyst and his team. Right? Sales and customer support. They are going to mainly involved in this UAT alpha testing. QA don't participate in this UAT. But this will be done within the company. Whereas the beta testing, the application goes outside, and it's also called the third-party testing. So customer also involved sometimes in this beta testing. That's where whenever these big companies, right, the Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and all these companies, when they release the software, mainly they are going to release the beta version, because the beta version has different issues. And once they resolve those issues, then they are going to release the regular version. That's the beta testing. And then once this alpha and beta testing will be done, it passes through the RTM, release to manufacture. That means they are going to just cut software on the DVDs and then they send it by mail. They distribute to the customers. And then once it reaches the customer is going to install the software and he start using it. Any customer issues will be supported in maintenance stage of software development project. So these are the different tests will be done in SDLC in real-time projects. Alright, so in the next demo, we are going to discuss on test cases, how you can write the test cases, test data, how you're going to run. That part we are going to discuss in the next demo session. Alright, thank you.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.